Hi guys. Most men think turning a woman on is simple. You kiss her, you touch her, you whisper some smooth words, and just like that, she's supposed to melt for you, right? Wrong. That's not how this works. Women live inside their heads. If she's not turned on up here, her body won't follow. Now, before we go any further, let me make this crystal clear. Any female can hop in the bed with you and feel nothing. I'm not talking about women who are easy. I'm talking about actual women of substance here. There's a huge difference. And it takes a rare kind of man to make a woman like that crave sex with you. Now, when I say rare kind of guy, I'm not talking about money or status. I'm talking about how you affect her mind and emotions, emotional control and tension. Because the harsh truth is, most men will never experience a woman craving them. They'll have sex, sure, but they'll never have her replaying their touch in her head or obsessing about when she'll be able to feel it again. But by the end of this video, you will. I break all of this down inside my book, Attraction Secrets. So if you're ready to separate yourself from every other guy she's ever met, grab your copy in the description. Now let's get into the psychological steps to make her crave you before you even touch her. Number 1, create the erotic buildup. The first key is understanding what psychologists call the erotic paradox. Women don't get aroused through physical touch first. They get aroused through emotional stimulation. While men can get turned on in seconds, women need to be eased into it. This is why buildup matters. It's not about rushing to the finish line. Like, it's not a race. It's about creating tension that simmers. Most guys move too fast. You need to slow everything down. The longer the buildup, the deeper the craving is. You want her hooked? Let the anticipation do most of the work. This is exactly how you do it. Instead of going straight for her body like every other guy does, sit next to her, let your leg barely touch hers. Don't say a word, just hold the silence. Then look her dead in the eyes, and then shortly after, break that eye contact and go back to whatever you were doing like nothing ever happened. That right there, that's what flips the switch in her mind. You don't even have to touch her sexually, but now she's thinking about you nonstop. Number 2, control her emotions, then control the outcome. This is where the psychological phenomenon known as affective priming comes into the equation. When a woman is emotionally open, she responds better to physical connection. Her emotional state is everything. If she's stressed, anxious, or disconnected, no amount of arousal will do anything. But if she's feeling appreciated, secure, and safe, you won't need to try as hard, nowhere near as hard. So instead of focusing on the bedroom, start setting the tone hours before that. The way you make her feel throughout the day controls how she receives you that night. If she feels safe and desired, you're already halfway there. Let's say you're linking up with her tonight. Most guys wait until they're like in the bedroom to turn her on. You should have already had her in the right headspace before she even saw you. So you could send something like this earlier in the day. Don't be late tonight. I've got plans for you. No emojis, no exclamation marks, no pressure. Now her mind's running. A few hours later, you could hit her with something like, you've been on my mind all day, but I'll show you later. Now you're in her head because she's wondering what you mean. She's playing out scenarios. She's anticipating. That's effective priming done right. You don't beg, you don't compliment. You just took control of her mood though. And by the time she shows up, her emotions are already tied to you and the outcome's already set. Number 3, master the art of tension. Tension is what makes her crave you when you're not around. It's not about going full throttle. It's about restraint. Delayed gratification is what keeps women mentally chasing. Flirt without giving it all away. Touch her and then pull back. Speak with intent, then go silent. Make her lean into you. That's where your power is. The best sex does not start with your hands. It starts with anticipation. Every look, every word, every pause, it builds tension. And tension is what separates a man being craved from one being forgettable. Let's say you're sitting next to her. She leans in a little closer to you. She's waiting on you to make the next move. Most guys jump on it. They go straight in for the kill and consequently kill the tension. Instead, you look at her, smirk, and say, you're not ready for what I'm thinking. Now she's chasing the next moment. That's tension. You didn't even touch her, but you made her feel everything. Tension isn't about doing more, it's about doing less with more purpose. Number 4, set the tone and make her follow. Women crave emotional safety before they crave physical touch. And that's precisely where most men fail. They try to get her body without earning her trust. She needs to feel that you're grounded, composed, and emotionally solid. Don't be needy, don't over-explain yourself. Let her feel that you don't need her, but that you're choosing her. That's what creates emotional gravity. That's what makes her want to let go around you. Let's say you're out with her. The vibe is there, but something's off. She seems distant, distracted, like she's testing the waters before she fully lets go. Most guys panic. They start over-explaining, asking, is everything okay? Or did I do something wrong? Thinking reassurance will win her over. This is the wrong move because that kills attraction instantly. Instead, you lean back, lock eyes with her and say, you're overthinking, relax. And then silence. Now she feels it. Your presence, your control, your certainty. That's true emotional dominance. That's what makes a woman let down her guard and and crave your energy. The goal here is not to match her energy. You make her adjust to yours. Number 5, make her feel deeply understood. Women talk to connect. That's how they bond. That's how they feel seen. But the truth is, most men listen to respond. They don't actually hear her. And there's a big difference. The vast majority of the time, when a woman speaks and she wants to talk, she's not looking for a solution. She's looking for security. She's testing to see if you could pick up on the emotion underneath her words, because that's what triggers real desire for a woman: emotional understanding. The guy who interrupts, automatically gives advice, or just nods without actually tracking what she's saying, he's extremely forgettable. But the guy who listens with intent, that guy hits a part of her that no one else does. Now she's opening up more. She's dropping her guard. It's not just simply you giving her attention. It's you actually connecting with her. And connection is what women crave. For example, let's say she's venting about work. Most guys respond something basic like, just don't let it stress you out. Or, well, why don't you just quit if it's that bad? This is the wrong move, because it tells her that you're not really listening. You're just trying to end the conversation. Now watch the difference. She says, I'm just tired of always being the one that has to fix everything. Nobody notices the work I put in. You let her finish, and then you say, sounds like you've been carrying the whole team and no one's had your back. Boom. It's simple, but that line hits hard. Not because you solved her problem, but because you mirrored what she was feeling underneath it all. Now she's thinking, damn, he really gets me. And that's what unlocks a craving that's deeper than the physical. Because when a woman feels emotionally understood, her guard drops and her desire raises. 99.9% of guys chase sex, but the rare ones create an experience that she relives way after it ends. If you want to be the man she craves, the one who has her head before she ever even gets in the bed, you have to think differently. You have to move differently. That's exactly why I wrote Attraction Secrets, because when you understand the way she's wired, you gain power over the one thing every man wants, but almost none know how to get. So if you're ready to learn the psychology of true desire, the link is in the description. So with that being said, until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.